Welcome back and greetings, blade fans. This old sword is with you with a unique and interesting blade. And it's a custom knife from Ribsplitter Blade Works. I think Knifeworks. I think he calls it Knifeworks. And this is the maker by the name of Matt Carlson. And he sent this to me for review and consideration. And it is my second Ribsplitter knife that I've had the opportunity to review. I'll give you some quick specs as far as the materials go in just a moment. And let's take a look at it, shall we? Kydex sheath. And a little draggy on the way out there, but that's okay. This is referred to as, let me give you the specs on it kind of real quick. This is what Matt gave me. So that I get it correctly, it is from 1084 high carbon steel, and he calls this his modified fighter. And by the way, if you want to name it, you can put that in the comments and he may very well take that suggestion. I think it is repurposed circular saw steel, if I'm correct on that. And Matt can always comment. And it is, as I said, a bloodwood handle, if I didn't say that. He uses an etching process to give it kind of a very unique and forged look almost. Although these are stock removal, that's a good question. So if it's repurposed circular saw steel, I'm not sure if it's stock removal or if he is indeed forging these out. I think it's stock removal, but again, Matt can comment and correct that. Really beautiful wood and nice provision there for a thumb. You can see that interesting pattern kind of gives it kind of a very rustic, unfinished look in a good way. And you will see this on all of Ribsplitter blades. I find it's a good size for my hand. It is a contoured handle, somewhat rounded, with a nice kind of a bird's beak at the end there for the pinky. Fits all four fingers just about right for me. And if you want to pinch in like that with the thumb, you can, and it gives you a good saber sort of a grip for the thrust. He designs these as knives that can be used for multiple purposes. I would say this could be EDC as well as a fighter. And I will link you a very good recent podcast interview that Bob DeMarco, the Knife Junkie, did with Matt. Kind of giving you the whole rundown on his process and his thinking and his evolution as a knife maker. So thickness is pretty good. I would say you don't want to go too thick. It wouldn't be too slicey. And he has a convex sort of an edge on here, which is honed pretty sharp. Shall we give it the old paper test? Well, let's take a chance and see what we got. I haven't tried this yet. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Again, it's a fighter, not a piece of office equipment. Not for trimming down your pages. Look at that pattern, though. Really, really neat. And you know what? You don't need to baby these knives. You can use the heck out of them. That's what I like. And very reasonably priced as well. I think this is just a bit over 100, if I'm not mistaken. Certainly no more than 150, I'm thinking. And we'll make sure you have a link to Matt's webpage, Ribsplitter Knives, as well. And I'm going to show you some other examples of his wares in a moment, but let's give you some general idea of the size we're dealing with here. 8 1/4 inches, yeah, to the pommel. Cutting edge of 4 inches and a little over 4 inches, maybe 4 1/4 on the blade. Actually a little shorter than I thought it was going to be. And let's get some other tools here. And I'm still dealing with some of these nasty critters crawling around on my tabletop. Well, they're nasty little termites that are going to get their due before too long. Got the exterminator coming. Blade stock, 3.1 inches, 0.12. In the middle, handle is thick, 0.84, but it's a fixed blade. And the weight, and we'll do the weight without the sheath, I think. All over again, come on. Okay. Oh, I got it in carats. How did I do that? I never switch this guy. Grams, ounces. Yay! Good old US ounces. Or is that imperial? 4.81, call it 4.82 if we must be exact, which is a lightweight for a 4-inch fixed blade, I would say. Let's do a quick compare to something he calls the Drog that I picked up like a couple years ago, I think. And Matt's been making blades for a while. I think at least going back 5 years, 6 years, something like that. That is the Drog, and this is one of the knives he specializes in. That fighter is a bit unusual for him because he really has made his mainstay out of Pikal knives. This has an interesting gold acrylic that is polished, shiny. And you notice very similar surface treatment, that etching. And a fairly steep bevel there, but this again is a ripping and tearing instrument, not for cutting your cheese or your sandwich. Let's put that in there for compare. Here is something called the Vandal by another maker. This is Ken Vehicate Blackrock knives. I brought it out because it is also a rather roughly finished blade because he likes to use that rock pattern on his. Interesting 3-color G10 on that one. All about the same size, all coming in right about the same. A little bit shorter on the Drog. And I love the handle color on that. That's why I picked that one up from Matt some time ago. And sheath-wise, that's the wrong sheath. There's Ken's, by the way. Kind of a multi-cam thing going on. And there's the Drog. These curved blades, you have to sort of angle them in. And the sheath on this one, it's a little snug. It's sort of binding here, not really binding. It does snap in. The only thing I wish and I would suggest is a push-off here. Of course, this is a higher sheath, so you can push it off. And this one, you actually do have a push-off, but you're going to be pulling it out the other way, so that would be coming off the belt that way. No hardware here, but of course, that's easy to add, whether your thing is DCC clips or Ulti clips or loops or what have you. But once this is attached to anything, it's going to come out pretty well. As I said, the way this particular one is formed it's dragging a bit on the surface of the blade. And usually we're accustomed to the blade going in easily and then snapping in at the end. And this does snap, so definitely secure. No problems there. And does have an edge that's going to do its thing for sure. Love the handle. Very comfy, and it's a beautiful looking handle in that bloodwood. Full tang knife. Relatively thin stock. Not going crazy with thickness here. And let's do one more compare to a folder that you may know. Ontario Rat, #1. And look at that. It's a good inch longer, with a blade a little shorter. Why is that, you may ask? Well, with folders, we need handle to accept the blade. Beautiful piece from Matt. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe. I'll be back soon.